When did you realize someone was all bark and no bite? My mother ruled our house like a drill sergeant. Every meal had to be cooked a certain way, every bed made with perfect corners, and heaven help you if a single speck of dust dared to settle on her furniture. She called it discipline. But in public, she was the picture-perfect mother. PTA meetings, church gatherings, she played the loving parent. Meanwhile, my siblings and I memorized exactly how to stand, sit, and speak to avoid setting her off. It was my senior year, and my mother was hosting one of her famous dinner parties. Her guests, high-profile attorneys and doctors, were the people she desperately wanted to impress. I was expected to serve and stay silent so as to never embarrass her. That night, I decided to test something. Every time I set down a plate, I let the silverware clatter just a bit too loud. I took an extra second to respond when she snapped an order at me. Tiny, almost unnoticeable things, but enough to make her patience wear thin. And then, as I poured water into a guest's glass, I let a single drop spill onto the tablecloth. She snapped. "You useless burden. I should have sent you to boarding school." The room went dead silent. Her guests stared. One of them, a child psychologist, set down his glass and cleared his throat. "Is this how you speak to your children?" My mother laughed nervously, trying to backpedal, but the damage was done. One by one, her guests made excuses to leave early. The high-profile luncheons, her picture-perfect world crumbled. She still yelled at home. But now, she knew something had changed. We weren't the only ones who saw the real her anymore. And for the first time in my life, she was the one afraid.